So we have few stocks for our selection in the new year, again based on price action only. Okay. So the first stock, if you want to note it down, I'm not sure, we have discussed this plenty of times, but still we are able to do it, right? So just one second, let me share. So the first stock for discussion we have today is IOC, Indian Oil Corporation. Okay, you want to note it down, you can note it down. Okay, so the first stock for today is IOC. So let us look why IOC now looks good still, right? We have discussed it plenty times, but let us look for IOC. So IOC, you're able to see investing.com, right? Perfect. So we look at the IOC. First, we'll see the monthly setup. Then we'll look at the daily setup, right? Yeah. So a monthly setup is giving a good indication, right? So last month it did trigger at the entry of 91. Okay. It did go up till 97. Now again, it has come back to the same levels of 91, right? So it looks again interesting now. What is going to happen in coming few months? So you can pick this up again, IOC. Okay. On daily setup side, you can see it had given a fantastic return. Okay. From 75, 78 levels when we discussed, it went up to almost 97, 98, and then it came down during that crash of one day, and it is again trying to gain some momentum again. Okay, and since last 4 days, you can take this as pause and play, right? Pause and play, and you can enter based on our daily setup, that is on entry above 92.50. Okay, so IOC goods looks good at 92.50. Okay, your stop loss, again, if you're doing equity and it is little bit of longer term, you go to your monthly chart. Okay, and you can put your 3-month low as one of your stop loss if you can hold, that is 73. Or if you are able to track it on a weekly basis or daily basis, then swing low probably would be your exit. So that comes around 83.40. So if you can take that as a stop loss of 83.40 to 83 rupees, then your immediate stop loss would be 83. Okay, so that was the first pick, Indian Oil Corporation, right? Now let us pick up the second stock. Second stock, again, we have discussed this many times, still looks good at this current levels also. Second stock is ONGC. So our second stock is Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited. We look at the monthly setup. Yeah, so monthly setup did gave a buy signal above 82, 83 rupees. Okay, the stock did cross 82, 83, went up to 105. Fantastic returns, right? And then it has come down again to the levels of 93. So once you see back again, same structure like IOC, it is doing pause and play mode. And once this pause and play mode breaks on the upside, you can look to enter, right? So again, the entry would be 95.50, 95.50, 95.60. Okay, and your, if you're taking as a swing low, you can probably take this swing low as your stop loss. That comes to around 77. Or if you're doing the monthly and if you have the potential to hold on more, you can take it as 64. Okay, so your initial stop loss, if you are able to handle it, then as we discussed, right, you can take this as 77, right? Else you can take it as 64. So that was the second pick. Let us move to the third pick. Third pick is Power Grid. Okay, so again, I think we discussed this couple of times in between. See, now we are trying to identify potentials which can give returns, right? Yeah. So let us take the monthly chart. Monthly chart, our entry was based on the month of high of 191. Okay, so it did trigger 191. It went up to 199. Again, on monthly basis, on December, it was quite flat. And again, it's trying to give up, right? So if you take again a re-entry, a monthly entry would be only about 200 rupees, right? So if you are following monthly chart and equity, you can do it based on 200 rupees entry, and your stop loss could be 154, right? So that's based on the monthly time frame. Again, when we take up the daily chart, okay, we see lot of pause and play, right? Lot of pause and play. So this confusion will always be there. So the best time, as we discussed, about 200, or if you feel if it breaks the 4-day high over here and pause and play, you can enter it at 193. But ideal would be about 200. If you still want to continue to enter, you can enter at 193. Yes. So monthly chart, as we discussed, right? So 1, 2, 3. So you can take this as 199.15 as 200 as your entry. Again, it comes as a round number. You can take it as a round number. So that was the third stock to pick up, right? You want to take the stop loss on daily time frame. If you are doing it daily or on medium term basis, you can probably take this as a stop loss of this particular swing low as 169. Okay, or the best stop loss, as we said, on monthly basis is 154. So that was Power Grid for you. Fourth pick is Bharat Forge. You want to note it down? Note it down. Fourth pick is Bharat Forge. We look at Bharat Forge on monthly charts. Yeah. So on monthly chart, it looks great, right? It gave a nice price action over here on this particular month of September. Now it is going great, right? So you can expect a good return in monthly on Bharat Forge. Main reason for this was on daily chart. I see a nice price action getting formed, and I can see this lower high formation. Sorry, higher low formation. This is higher low. If you see this, a higher low formation coming, and it's trying to break the previous high, right? So if it breaks this previous high and our daily setup, right? So our daily setup and previous high over here, again, it is coming on the good formation of 541, 542, 43. So if you can enter based on this high, that is 544, swing low of 492 as your stop loss, 490, 491 as a stop loss, you can enter into Bharat Forge. Right. Next stock, you're able to see the slide, is Muthoot Finance. Yes. So fifth stock we have again as Muthoot Finance. So we'll just check the chart of Muthoot Finance. Yeah. So we did gave our entry over here based on 1200 round number, right? But again, it came into sideways pause and play mode. So this still look good, like, you know, since last October, right? Until December, right? This is continuously being on a pause mode of 1100, and probably you can take it as 1300, right? So stock has been in the pause and play mode since 1100 and 1300, right? So if you take the monthly chart, it is almost trying to now break out from this sideways move. So you can still look on daily basis. Again, it is an equity pick, right? So you can go ahead and buy based on the daily setup, and if you want to buy it, you can buy it at 1250 levels, right? Buy about 1250 levels. If you're still okay, you want to hold on, you can only buy after 1300 levels, right? But 1250 levels can be your entry as well, and your swing low, as this swing low, I can take it as 1000 rupees, 990 rupees as your stop loss, right? So 20% stop loss, or if you are not able, if you're not comfortable with that, then probably 1100 rupees or 1090 rupees can be your stop loss as this swing low. This has formed a higher low over here, so it's trying to break out. So let us see if it breaks out over here, right? So that was for you as Muthoot Finance. And last pick for the day is Petronet, right? Just write it down. Yeah. So Petronet, right? Let us look at the chart. Monthly chart, right? So monthly chart did give a nice entry over here at the levels of 260 rupees. It did go up to 271, but again it tried to come down, right? So here we are, right? So we are expecting that, you know, the low which it found on one panic Monday, right? And then the stock is trying to bounce from those levels, right? And now it has been continuously in pause and play mode, right? So this is an okay stock, but still we can pick it up based on our daily setup. And if you think this gets crossed about 253, right, you can enter in this as 253, as your stop loss would be 221, right, for equity. And if you have a longer time frame to bear the stop loss, then probably you can take it as 200 as your stop loss, right? But if you're doing the daily or swing trading or on a weekly basis, then you can probably take it as 221 as your stop loss. So all good with all the stocks which we discussed today. 6 stocks for you, right? So you have to identify new set of scripts now, because the scripts which we worked on Diwali periods have already given a lot of return, right? And it becomes very difficult to try to enter under those scripts again when they're already in one-sided mode, right? So this looks really good, what we have identified. And let's see, if it works, it works. It does not work, we'll take a stop loss, right? So that's the way price action we'll look at. Fine. So that's the 6 stocks for you. Hope you will make benefit of all these stocks, right? And again, like Diwali, like Dasera, we will, try to cash in on the opportunities what we get, right? So those are the 6 stocks for you.